Hey everybody, I'm just driving home now. The evening's falling, getting all dark. The big bamboo grove I'm under right now. This dead-end road has really basically no traffic on it ever. It's a pretty little stretch of road. A lot of rocks have been falling lately. Anyway, I thought I'd turn the camera on. In the past, people have said they like to see these mountain roads where I go to get into the hills. Roll the windows down. Maybe we can hear this cicada as well. Lots of beautiful cicada this time of the year. Anyway, I thought I'd, attempt to entertain you with the story of me. How selfish. I'm going to entertain you with the story of me. Well, I can't really entertain you with the story of you, because I don't know all of you very well. I know some of you pretty well, but I don't know all of you very well. Whoa, isn't that pretty? Look at that. Back up a little bit. So I guess I'll tell you a little bit about me. You know, it's like, what did Thoreau say? You can't even see it, can you? No, he didn't say. Thoreau did not say, you can't even see it, can you? There's a waterfall there, but it's too dark to see. Okay, what Thoreau said was, when he started, I think it was the preface to Walden or something, he said, I would dare to intrude my affairs so much upon others if there were not certain inquiries made in the village as to the mode of manner of my living, or I'm paraphrasing, something to that effect, basically saying I wouldn't talk about myself if it wasn't that people asked. So, and nobody asked me, so I guess I really shouldn't talk about myself. Look, how's this for a disclaimer? You know, I go on and on about, I'm going to talk to you about myself, and then I feel bad because I feel selfish to talk about myself. One time, let's talk about myself. One time I climbed over this wall right here, and I sat right on the other side for half an hour and just enjoyed the vista on the other side. Very, very pretty view. So, hey, what the heck? I'll tell you, because I can't talk about anything else, so I'll talk about myself. It's that, or I'll have me listen to me vacillate back and forth about what to talk about. Anyway, I'll tell you about my trip. I'm going to America next week. Yay! First time in like a long time. Well, we went to Hawaii a couple years ago, but that doesn't count. I mean, Hawaii is, of course, America. But to me, when I go to Hawaii, it doesn't feel like home. It feels like going to some tropical paradise, which it certainly is. So this is the first time in a long time for me to go home, in a really long time for Emily and Yumiko. I think, honestly, it's been the first time for Emily and Yumiko. Could it be possible that it's the first time since we moved to Japan 8 years ago? Can you imagine the culture shock that'll be? Emily doesn't even really remember the place. We have to remedy that and go more often in the future. If anything, for Emily's sake. I'll tell you guys, I'm nervous. I'm a week away, and I'm dead nervous about going back to the States. I don't know what it's going to be like. I don't know if I'm going to be able to understand or fit in anymore. You know, you've heard, of course, you know, the term reverse culture shock. I've experienced it the couple of times I went back. You know, my family's always saying, stop bowing, Kurt. You know, you're doing this all the time. You know, and I don't know if I'm going to fit in. I've seen some photos of my brother and family. They look different. You know, am I going to be one of the guys, or am I going to be an outsider, a stranger in my own land? I don't know. I don't know. Who cares, right? Anyway, Lyle, my brother, has got all kinds of fun things planned for our trip. He and his wife, Jen, who will be the first time to meet Jen, and their son, Parker, almost 8 months old now. Parker is Emily's cousin. This would be the first time for us to meet Jen and Parker. And we're going to be staying next door in their neighbor's house. They're away. They're really close with their neighbors. They're away on their own holiday, and they offered their place to us. And they've got a pool and everything. It's going to be really neat. And we're going to watch their doggies. So anyway, Lyle's got all kinds of plans. Now, in typical American style, I made a video about this some time back about, you know, how all the amazing plans that Lyle had and his wife had for us, and how Yumiko was like, oh my gosh, how are we ever going to do all that? This is a cool abandoned road right there, by the way. Really neat place that goes up there. And anyway, here's the things that Lyle, I don't know if though in that video if I talked about the actual things that Lyle and Jen were planning to do with us. Here is a rundown of what they said they want to do with us. Okay, well, when we get there, of course, we're going to be going to shopping malls, right, to do a lot of shopping. Okay, I'll just name all the stuff. We're going to go to Disneyland. We're going to go to SeaWorld. We're going to take a boat to Catalina Island and go snorkeling. We are going to go to Huntington Beach and spend a day at the beach. we are going to go to Jen and Yumiko and Emily are going to go to a day spa, an all-day, spa for gals to get prettied up and all that stuff. And Lyle and I are going to stand around and drink Coors Lights, which she calls C-minuses, on that day. We are going to go. Lyle's got the most amazing thing. He's working up to become a police officer, and he's got all kinds of cop friends, including the neighbor next door. Lyle has got me set up for a police ride-along. I'm going to be spending, I guess, an evening shift with one of his officer friends in the patrol car doing the cops thing. Bad boy, what you going to do? Bum, bum, all that kind of stuff. And I think they'll let me take video. So that'll be really cool. And that's in the area that we're going to do it is apparently a pretty interesting, high-interest area for police activity. It's not like a boring place. There's a lot of stuff that happens. It's a sad thing when stuff to say that that's like the Chinese version of interesting. Maybe live in interesting times means difficult times. It'd be interesting ride-along means difficult. And I certainly don't want to take advantage of people's difficulties on that, but it'd be interesting to see. Anyway, we are also going to, apparently they know somehow, somebody higher up, like a captain of somewhere in the Navy, and we're going to get like a tour of a U.S. aircraft carrier, an active duty aircraft carrier, that if it's in port at the time. I can't believe it. That's going to be so cool, to tour an aircraft carrier. We are going to have a huge party as well, a welcome home party. I guess lots and lots of our family and friends are going to be there, and then we're going to the 1,000 other things, and it's all going to happen during the 2 weeks that we're there. I don't know if it's more than we can handle or what we can do. Look at these flowers. Look at these. Aren't these pretty? Wow, beautiful. So that's what's happening. That's what's coming up in the next week or so, and I'm dead nervous about it. I really am. I don't know quite what to make of all of this. I become a creature of the mountains and the hills, and a creature of the hills. And I guess I'll have to find the part of me that can be back in civilized United States experience. Not that Japan isn't civilized. It's just a different time. I'm used to it now. Okay, that's it. Well, what are these guys doing? Take care, everybody. You have a wonderful day. This is signing off from the mountains in Japan. Bye-bye.